Everybody, and welcome to Forever Rugby on Forever Sports for today's preview. Wales versus Italy. The battle for the wooden spoon is what this match is all about, which is not a title you really want. And I think we're in for a really good game. We're talking about the Italian side, which has just beaten Scotland, a huge result for them, very much improving. And a Welsh side who are 4 losses out of 4 games so far in the Six Nations. So a final chance for Warren Gatland to try and get that first victory of the tournament, and a huge occasion as well. One of rugby's all-time greats, George North, calling time on his international career this weekend, gets to start in the number 13 jersey, where he will bow out of international rugby. It's a huge loss for the game, to be honest. And at 31 years old, you just think, why? What is going on with, so many, massive Welsh stars who are buying out probably a little bit early, to be honest. And he, I think, is 32 this year. Apart from me, probably had another World Cup in him. He's an absolute legend of the game and one of the few world-class players currently in this Welsh side. Arguably maybe even the only world-class Welsh player currently in this this 23. So it's a massive loss, but hopefully we'll see a George North classic in his final game. Now, before we look at the two teams, please do smash like on the video. Please do subscribe to the channel as well. We'll start with the home side, which is Wales, and who will be led by Daph Jenkins, who switches from the number 6 back to the number 4, which sees Will Rowlands drop down to the bench. I'm very curious to see how Warren Gatland manages his blocks in the years to come. But in the front row, there is a couple of changes. So Gareth Thomas remains, but Elliot D gets a start, as does Dylan Lewis. They're going to try and shore up that front row and make sure they have competitive and possibly even had the edge at scrum time. And the second row, Daph Jenkins, as I said, switches back to the number 4 jersey. He will partner Adam Beard. Alex Mann gets a start in the number 6, and he'll partner Tommy Riffle and Aaron Wainwright, which has been a fairly consistent loose chair. A couple of tweaks to it over the Six Nations campaign. Thomas Williams will continue his partnership with Sam Costello, Rio Dyer, Josh Adams, the 2 wings. Cameron Winner continues at full back, massively impressed with him in the Six Nations. But a new centre combination, Nick Tompkins at inside centre, and then George North, the legend, at outside centre. Off the bench, it will be Evan Lloyd, Kenzie Matthias, and Harry O'Connor. A lot of criticism about this reserve bench from a lot of fans, saying that they don't think that they're really up to standard. But so an opportunity for them to prove that they are very much up to standard. So it'll be interesting to see how that does go. It is a orthodox 5-3 split. Will Rowlands, Mackenzie Martin, the 2 forwards. Kieran Hardy comes into the side, and he joins the likes of our own Lloyd and Mason Grady in the backline options there. If you look at Italy, a couple of injuries have made force a change or 2. In general, though, very, very good Italian side. And I think that we're looking at... I think they could potentially look... I think that's their game to win, to be honest, with the confidence they'll have from last week. But is there maybe a hangover as well? We'll wait and see. In the front row, it is Daniela Fischetti, Giacomo Nicotera, and Simone Ferrari. They do continue same front row there, as is Nicola Canoni and Federico Raz. It's a pretty consistent tight 5. It's actually a pretty consistent pack. This is their number 1 pack, really. You'd think. And then Sebastian Negri, Michel Lamaro, who was phenomenal last week. I think it was 28 tackles he made last week in a winning effort. The inspirational young captain. And then Lorenzo Canoni, a player who I maintain would walk into any international squad around the world. And I include the Springboks now. I genuinely think that he is that good. I think that he's going to be world class. I think he's already almost world class, and one of my favorite Italian players. Stephen Varney gets a start, and he will partner Paolo Garbizzi in that halfback pairing. Monty Awani, Luis Lanek at the 2 wings. Thomas Minoncello and Jean Ignacio Brex in the centres. Lorenzo Pani comes in for Andrew Putzer, who's not available for this weekend. If we look at the bench, it is Joan Comer, Lucchesi, Marcos Bagnolo, and Josiah Zdolacci in the front row. You then got Andrew Zamenon and Ross Vincent, they switched from a 5-3 to a 6-2 split, which means Manuel Zuliani that's included. Martin Page really drops down from starting to the bench, and Leonardo Marine is the utility back there. It's a must-win game for both teams, really. For Italy, it's so vital for them to kick on and to beat Wales and to keep trying to progress up that sort of world rankings, for example. For Wales, to go winless in the Six Nations would be absolutely terrible for them. They need to have something to take away. And if you look at the log, they're currently 4 points separating the 2 teams. The points difference is sitting at 11. So a victory without a bonus point, but more than 11 by more than 11 points from Wales will secure them 5th place. Italy, well, they just need 2 points to guarantee themselves 5th place. If they do get a single point out of the game, then Wales will have to have a bonus point plus win by more than 11 points. So then obviously a straight win for Italy would take them up to 11 points and out of reach from Wales. The big thing though from Italy is, Scotland taking on Ireland, England taking on France. There's potential for both those teams to remain on 11 points. If Italy were to get a win, they'll go on to 11. If they were to get a bonus point win, they could go to 12, which means if the results went the right way, they could actually end up finishing third. So that would be an incredible six-stage campaign for Italy if they were to do that. So massive, massive stakes on the cards for Italy. The question is, can they rise to the occasion and get another big win and a really good six-stage campaign? Let me know what you think down in the comments below. Give me your score predictions as well as how you think this game is going to play out. Please do smash like on the video. Please do subscribe to the channel as well. Very much for watching. My name is Steve. I'll chat to you soon.